And I'd be sad, be like, oh man, we don't even have this here. And my mom would be like, well, but you get to live here, Joseph. And they don't, Joseph.
It's very important. That's why we started Crap Club, to tell these authentic Asian American stories.
To be a pilot?
A network pilot for like a TV show.
Ah, you're playing a pilot on the TV show.
And the director said that you could play me very well.
She's not mean.
Joe, man. Okay, first of all,
Yeah.
as a guy who, you know, I've had my family issues, I'm watching this, I can relate to this.
Good.
I can relate to this. How important was it to tell kind of to take your comedic side and bring a real character out of it and make something like Easter Sunday?
Oh, thank you for asking that question. One thing that I always wanted to do in comedy alone was tell people I was Filipino without telling people I was Filipino. You know what I mean? Like, how do I tell you I'm Filipino without just doing the basic generic jokes of like, Filipinos do this and black people do that. And Filipinos do this and Latinos do that. I didn't want to do that. And it's like, the best way to do it is just tell your story. Tell your honest story and people will relate and get it. And that's what my mom's character was all about. Like, I always noticed that just telling my mom's stories that people were always like, not only into it, but like relating to it. Like, oh my God, my mom does the same thing. So it's like, that's what that's all about. That's what Easter Sunday is all about. We make this movie and then we're all gonna realize it doesn't matter what ethnicity you are. We're all relatable. We all get it. Family's family.
And we all had that baby Jesus doll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know what's funny about that? Can I tell you something? Well, okay, so the significance of that Santo Nino, I've always told people about Santo Nino, right? But when I was watching Talladega Nights and he goes, we want to pray to baby Jesus, right? And I was like, Filipinos pray to baby Jesus. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it may be funny to you guys, but like for real, we pray to baby Jesus. So that, when I remember watching that movie, I was just dying laughing. I'm like, oh, if they only knew.
Your cousin Eugene owes me a lot of money. Can you lend it to me?
No!
Does he have a death wish? The Lux is legit crazy. I once saw him shoot somebody in the dick.
What?
Right in the actual hole.
In the hole.
I always thought you were funny. I always looked you up, but you know, when I'm looking me up.
Sure. I'm sorry, I'm about to ruin your Google search.
You make it better.
Okay,
you make it better.
good.
How did you get involved with this project?
It started, I started as a producer and writer on this. Well, I guess not technically a writer, but my production company, Crap Club, it's me, Ken Chang, who wrote the movie, and Jessica Gao. So Dan Lin from Ryback actually approached us when the ideation of this movie came about, when Amblin was started to work with Jo Koy on this. They're like, man, you know, we need a script, you know, a story that's based on all of Joe's great stories already and a stand-up. So that's when Crap Club, our production company, came in. We're like, we can do this. And we started the company to tell these authentic Asian stories, you know? So this was just like the perfect pairing. So, you know, we us three banged our heads together with Joe, with everyone else, and came up with a story. We broke the story together, and then Ken wrote an absolutely brilliant script. And of course, me as an actor, I'm like, any way I can help with this movie, I want to do it. And I want to play as big of a role, whatever that's needed, right?
Yeah.
But then, you know, Space Force shot at the exact same time as this movie, so I was able to only do one day, knock this out, and then go to Space Force. But yeah, I guess, you know, and I've known Joe for so long just as a comedian. Yeah. So I guess I'm able to be his comedian friend, a producer on this to help out, and be an actor on it.
Which you like? I mean, obviously you're a wonderful comedian. You're a wonderful actor.
Sending gifts to our family in the Philippines.
I'm sending this brand new hairdryer.
If it makes your hair look like that, I wouldn't send it.
How dare you?
How dare you?
I've got to say, I'm watching this and I'm really loving the cast that's collected here. And the karaoke thing was amazing. How much fun was that? Like, for both of you, that was lovely.
It was great because karaoke is our Filipino superpower.
Yeah.
In a Marvel movie, it would be the super karaoke singer would be Filipino.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
How did you pick the song? Was that?
I think it was Joe. Joe picked the song.
Yeah, Joe really wanted it to be Apple D. App, who's also Filipino, head of the Black Eyed Peas over there, or in Black Eyed Peas. So it had to be an Apple song, you know, it had to be.
And I know he was in conversation. He was on the phone with them.
Yeah, he fought to get that film,
Yeah.
that song in the film. Is
Yeah.
Jo Koy
Yeah.
the song.
Yeah.
Let's start
Yes.
with you about being a mother. This is a very interesting role, and the director said that you could play me very well. what
She's not mean.
And yes, you do not see me.
Have you ever ridden the New York subways?
Oh my
That's
God.
why I have that mean streak.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that I get. That.
I'm not behind the wheel of a car, you know, but it's it's subway rage.
See, I didn't think you were mean. I love that you built this relationship with Joe. What was that like?
You know, I met him first in 2017 or 18, and I heard a little bit of his thing on his comedy. It was a small publicity thing, and then I kept thinking, boy, I could really play one of his aunts, maybe. And then I met him through the auditions on Zoom.
Oh.
When I got cast, I was in Vancouver. He called me. It was great. And then he started talking to me like I was his old friend, and it was so nice. And when I saw on my phone that Joseph Herbert called me, I was like,
Who's Joseph Herbert? I know.
yeah,
That's Jo Koy's
yeah,
undercover Clark Kent name.
yeah,
Oh, well, you
Joseph
said superpower.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah.
got- What are some of the other? What were the most important elements to give you and your mom's relationship in this film?
I just wanted people to see like how much of a struggle it is for an immigrant woman to come to this country. That it's more than just raising a family. It's more than just like, oh, we made it because we're here now. We don't have to worry about anything from where we came from. That struggle's gone. The struggle continues because that scene where we're filling up that balakbayan box, that's not just some joke or some like, I'm trying to do some ethnic stereotype. That's real life, man. Like a lot of these immigrants come to this country to provide for other families in their other countries. And it's like, people don't understand that. Like there's a lot of weight on their shoulders other than just taking care of this family. Like I remember being as a kid and we filling up those balakbayan boxes, these boxes that we ship back to the Philippines. And I'd be sad. We'd be like, oh man, we don't even have this here. And my mom would be like, well, but you get to live here, Joseph. And they don't, Joseph. So think of that, you know, and you know, like if more people just understood what it means to live here, you know, you'd appreciate more people that way and hearing their stories.
For sure. Well, you know, it's funny you jumped into the accent with the mom.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very lovely. We talked about that with the director, and it's just, dude, congratulations on the
Thank
film,
you.
and you're just a joy to talk to.
Oh, I love you.
I love you.
It was a great moment, man.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
for doing this.
I'm a fan. Producing, especially this kind of thing, I think that's beautiful. Why did that idea come about? How did you decide to go for that and bring these voices that we haven't heard?
Yeah, I think after Crazy Rich Asians came out, it was such a great positive momentum for the community, you know. And then John Chua has always said this movie is not the end-all be-all, it's just opening the door for a storyteller. So, I mean, you know, an actor, a comedian, you're waiting for your next job. So I think it's always important to create, to write, and then to produce, to usher the new voices coming in, and then, you know, to help tell the great stories that's out there. So I think it's very important. That's why we started Crab Club, to tell these authentic Asian American stories. And of course, this is all Joe, you know. We're just there as part of the team to help bring this to life. So it's a very meaningful project. It's the exact type of project, you know, we want to be involved in.
Dude, a lot of fun, and we finally met.
Absolutely, the Jimmy
Oh my God,
O's.
the Jimmy O's.
Maybe the universe will explode after this.
I think so. I think that's
Yeah.
going to happen.
We'll see.
Now with you, Tia, you've been in this business a long time. This is such a great role for you. What was it about this character? What did you like about her? What did you relate to?
Well, just to finally be in a major motion picture playing Filipino, which is what I am. My dad's from the Philippines, my mom's from Hawaii, and this is the first time I played Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, first time I played Filipino in almost 40 years, so I had to be a part of this.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That's crazy because you don't think it's never been done like that.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time that you're going to see Filipinos front and center in a major motion picture, and we're glad to bring our joy and our family dysfunction to the big screen. Yes. And our love.
Yeah, well, I think that's what I got from this film. Is there's a lot of love here. There's a lot, and it's relatable to everybody.
Yeah.
Was there something you specifically in the script for both of you that you related to, whether it was your mother, whether it was another family member for both of you?
You know, the fight scenes were really fun. They were cathartic because I get into these spats with my sister a lot. And, you know, we really get along most of the time, but sometimes there's just, we each have our mother in us, and then we're like, yeah.
Sparks.
Yeah. So it was so much fun.
We had a blast. I like particularly the food fight, like who made it better.
Oh, yeah,
it's like
the
that competition, the dress, the
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Joe?
Vanessa!
Yeah, Joe Valencia. You still driving that same raggedy-ass car? What happened? You just gave up, huh? And this your dad? You know, me and him used to be real intimate back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could have been your mama. But clearly I'm not.
Yeah.
Jay, first of all, thank you for talking to us.
Sure.
As a filmmaker, you are taking a person's their career, their comedy, and creating a fictional character out of this. How do you do that as a director and finding the balance of making it real, feel real?
Joe wanted to make one of those movies like Fridays, which is like just a 1 or 2 day film. He kind of was like, look, Easter is a huge holiday in the Filipinos, so he called it the Filipino Super Bowl. He goes, I want to make a movie where he goes home and his mom basically harasses him. Basically what we did is we just watched his stand-up, and we're like, okay, that's a good gag, that's a good gag, that's a good character, that's a good character. And we just kind of like, stand-ups do movies, what you want to do is give them the softest landing so that their audience, who was used to them just sort of looking at a mic and just talking to them, is suddenly seeing them in the world that they've already been describing. So we tried to build a place where his fans would go, yeah, this is an interpretation of what his stand-up sort of is. I mean, obviously it's a full-on movie. With a full-on story, but we just tried to pepper in little things from his stand-up. And when we finally got the script into shape, you know, I had Joe read it and he goes, we could do this gag and here's another idea. And we just kind of built it, you know, I mean, we're both comic.
And now you play a very funny role in this. Do you have an agent that does this?
Well, one of the writers is named Kate Angelo, and she has an agent that she suspected was constantly hanging up on her just to get off the phone. And of course he'd say, oh, I'm going over Mulholland, or I just went into the Malibu tunnel, or I'm in the parking garage at Universal. He would just hang up on her. And it's funny because my agent saw the movie and they're like, do I do that to you? I'm like, no, it's one of your colleagues who does it to the writer. And they were like, oh, right, okay.
I'm feeling guilty.
In movies, you need resistance.
Yeah.
And so, you know, Joe's the main character, and Lydia resists him, and you want it to feel sort of universal, right? Like everyone's got, you know, yes, they're Filipino Americans and Filipinos in this film, but it's a film about an American family. And for those of us who have, like, you know, ball-breaking moms, you want to make sure the mom is ball-breaking enough, and she is.
This is a lot of fun, and I like the collection of actors you have here.
Good, thank you.
Joseph, are you coming for Easter?
I don't know, Mom. I'm really busy. I just tested for this pilot.
You're going to be a pilot?
A network pilot for like a TV show.
Ah, you're playing a pilot on the TV show.
No, a lawyer.
You could have been a lawyer if you
Only applied yourself.
Little father and son road trip. It's gonna be fun. Easter Sunday is like the Filipino Super Bowl.
There he is! There's my kuya!
Welcome home, bro. See you tonight, okay?
I just got here.
You got to follow your dream and become a beer spokesman.
That wasn't my dream.
Let's get the party started, baby!
And I got to follow mom's dream and become a nurse.
Joe?
Vanessa!
Yeah, Joe Valencia. You still driving that same raggedy-ass car? What happened? You just gave up, huh? And this your dad? You know, me and him used to be real intimate back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could have been your mama. But clearly I'm not.
Yeah. I've literally never seen this many Filipinos in the same place before.
We're sending gifts to our family in the Philippines.
I'm sending this brand new hairdryer.
If it makes your hair look like that, I wouldn't send it.
How dare you?
How dare you?
We should put them both in the box and ship it.
My mom is at war with my Tita Teresa, and they don't even know why. Did you really have to wear the same dress as my mom?
Oh.
Oh,
I can't help it if I wear it better.
this is war.
Oops.
Family is a mess.
We're counting on you to fix it.
Bye!
Ladies and gentlemen, we're all we got. So let's get the party started, baby! I got a feeling. Moments like these are few and far between. Let's enjoy it.
Everyone buckle up.
Filipino families fight a lot,
Make sure you're not late for dinner.
but we love a lot too.
Your cousin Eugene owes me a lot of money. Could you lend it to me?
No!
Does he have a death wish? The Lux is legit crazy. I once saw him shoot someone in the dick.
What?
Right in the actual hole.
In the hole.
Here we go, here we go. We gotta rock.
Where is my money?
Here are my ATM cards. My PIN number is 1217.
Oh, also is mine. Oh, ours, mine.
So is mine.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Why do you all have the same PIN number?
It's Manny Pacquiao's birthday.
Oh, right. The guy who couldn't beat Mayweather.
Nessa, can we go get coffee?
You can go ahead and email me. Pretty much the same. Just take the AOL off.
That bitch Nessa
At
dailycity.gov. Got it.
Ooh.